So, being that we watched Sergey Kovalev destroy Pascal this weekend, it's inevitable that the boxing world discuss Kovalev versus Andre Ward. In my greatest estimation, I don't believe the Adonis Stevenson and Kovalev fight will happen. So, knowing that, the next mega fight we have in boxing would be uh, Ward versus Kovalev. Now, I, without a shadow of a doubt, will be rooting for Andre Ward with every fabric of my being. But with that being said, it's hard to break a man that has no fear of being broken. Um, Kovalev is a monster. And I talked about this in my post-fight interview. But can you beat him with footwork? Maybe you can be more athletic than him, like Andre Ward is. Maybe you can hit him with more punches, like Andre Ward possibly will in that fight. But when you got two dynamite sticks in your left and your right hand, it's it's challenging, And I'm eager to see this fight. I'm not going to rush it along because I'm going to enjoy the hype and preparing for this fight. It's only two places this fight could be, and that would be Oakland and or in Vegas. And whichever one it's at, I'll be there. So um, I'm going to enjoy the propaganda machine, and um, I'll be just as excited as you guys are. Now, if you were to break down this fight, looking at it passively, uh, I would give obviously Kovalev the advantage in power. I would give Kovalev the advantage in durability just because Boone knocked Ward down. And but I would give the edge to Andre Ward athleticism, hand speed. Uh, if you think about it, I don't know who's smarter. You might say Andre Ward is more intelligent in the ring, but if you watch Pascal last fights, he's a pretty measured puncher, boxer puncher, and when he's on the offensive end, he doesn't make many mistakes. You can counter him. As you can see, if you rewatch the fight, you'll be able to see there's definitely places where you can counterpunch him. But when you know he's coming with two missiles, it's hard to counterpunch because you have to embrace the power. So that's the yin and the yang of his power. But he was awfully intelligent in the ring against Pascal because he was peppering him, not to knock him out, but to keep him up and just enough. But he wasn't reckless with it. He was, I people, I know boxing public will give the the edge to Ward in terms of ring journalism and intelligence, but if he is, it's not by much because Kovalev is a very intelligent fighter. Uh, if you go back to the Bernard Hopkins fight, you can see how measured he was when fighting Bernard Hopkins. You know, his intelligence is awfully high because he could have destroyed Bernard Hopkins, but he just peppered him to the point where he made Bernard Hopkins defenseless. And the same thing he did to Pascal, same thing he did to Muhammad. Uh, I like how they're marketing him, but because he doesn't speak English, it's hard to brand him like as the demolition man. You know, that's not like Ivan Drago-ish. That's not a bad brand because um, he won't be hated by white people, but he will be hated by Latinos and blacks. I would gather, not unless um, he's fighting a black person, and not unless he's fighting a Mexican fighter, because we all know there's a threshold between black love and Mexican love in terms of fighters. Um, but this fight is a mega fight, and once this fight is announced, There's two fights you either go into this year. You either go into the Keith Thurman, Sean Porter fight, or you're going to Andre Ward and Kovalev fight. I don't think Fury and Wilder will fight this year, so there's no need to attend that fight. But uh, and if Anthony Joshua fights in America, you need to see him in person. I have yet to see him in person, but he looks amazing on TV. Like he looks um, like a defensive lineman that like Javon Curse-ish. You know, like Javon Curse would say, you know what, I'm not gonna play football anymore. I'm just gonna pick up some gloves. So I would those would be the three events I would love to see. And obviously if Floyd Mayweather comes back this year, which I expect him to come back, just to give PBC and the boxing world a boost. And it's easy money for Floyd. If there's no one in the world that can beat him at 147, and we all know this, so it's no need even discussing that further. But late fall, early winter, we are in for a huge fight. And you know what the irony of this fight is? Inside the boxing world, this is going to be our Super Bowl. Outside the boxing world, it's going to be like, who's Kovalev? Who's Andre Ward? But we all know how big this fight is. So this will be the Super Bowl of boxing, November, October when it happens. I don't expect it to happen in December because after Thanksgiving, it's no need to have a boxing match because it's the holidays and no one has expository income to spend. So, and no one takes trips, not unless it's for family. So, and the NFL will be in full swing. So it's no need, but I'm excited. Now, if you're telling me to pick a winner right now, oh man, I really don't know, but because Kovalev has been more active recently than Andre Ward, going into this fight, I would give Kovalev the advantage just because of just the power. I think Andre Ward is the most athletic fighter, pound for pound. He's either one or two. But there's certain things that beat speed and athleticism, power and timing, and Kovalev has both of them. So, and we all know how good of a trainer John David Jackson is. So, um, I'll be excited to see. So let me know what you guys think. So right now I would have Kovalev 55, Ward 45. I vehemently want Andre Ward to win, but after March 27th, I'll probably have Ward 55, Kovalev 45. You get what I'm saying? So just because Ward has been inactive, and the last fight, Brand, I believe he fought, it was a tune-up. Ward hasn't been hit in a few years. Be honest with you. Ward has, I mean, it's been about 2 years since Ward has literally been hit in the ring. So I don't know who he is, but I know his against a guy like Kovalev, his balance and durability will play a hand. But if he gets to the inside game, I think Ward will have a field day with him. But when you're in the inside game, you're susceptible to them uppercuts and them body shots. So we have to wait and see. So I'm excited. I'm just getting you guys revved up, and I'll do a video about my weekend with the Watsons. I know you guys will be greatly entertained by this. So Barbershop Conversations. Again, I appreciate you guys' support. Inch by inch, we're going to build this great wall of China together. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Barbershop Conversations. Thanks, guys.